Today I have been feeling really anxious, but not in a negative way. I haven't let it get to that point where it gets negative because I have acted on it. I have transmuted that energy into actionable steps, such as making this YouTube video. But I feel so inspired to take action right now. And at the same time, it's really scaring me because I feel like I need to do more because there's so much energy within me that I need to act on, or else it turns into anxiety, because when you don't act on this energy, it builds up within you, and then it gets stuck, and it becomes heavy, and then it becomes negative, and then it becomes overthinking and anxiety and just a whirlpool of negative emotions. And I would hate to put myself through that. I wouldn't put myself through that, which is why I'm making this video. But I don't know what I'm doing. That's the truth. It's really frustrating to be real about this, because I always feel like I have to have a plan. I feel like I have to know exactly what to say, when to say it, how to say it, time it perfectly, script it perfectly, have a perfect hook. It's too much for me, and I can't do it. So here we are, being real, being authentic, being messy and crying. And although I have so much wisdom to share, I feel like the best I can do right now is just be real and express my emotions, because the wisdom comes up as I'm feeling the emotions. It's really hard. It's really difficult because I've been so hard on myself in the past, and I don't even know where this is coming from. I've been so hard on myself in the past, and I don't know why I would do that to myself. Like, I deserved so much better than to treat myself so harshly, and to put myself through such torture trying to be as perfect as I can be, when I could have just been focusing on what can I do with what I have, what can I do best. I can do my best, and then that's it. I don't have to burn myself out trying to do the highest capacity of what can be done. I was focusing on how can I do the most, instead of what can I, oh my gosh. Let me sit on this. I was focusing on what is the absolute most I can do, the most perfect I can be, instead of how is the best I can show up today. Because some days I didn't have enough energy, and I still push myself, and not in a healthy way. And I'm thinking about it now, because going through all of that led me to burn out so badly that for like a year I was completely inactive. Not physically, well, physically too, but inactive in the sense that I wasn't taking action on anything that made me feel good, that made me feel alive. And it's really hard, because I let myself rot because I was trying to be perfect before, like a robot, like a machine, overworking myself and pushing myself too much. And then of course I reached a point where I literally rotted in bed. I couldn't do anything. I gained weight. Like, ugh. What a setback, right? And now I'm taking action again, and it feels really uncomfortable, but it's waking me up to what I have experienced in the past few years. Because I didn't film so many YouTube videos, because I was scared. Because thought that I had to follow a script and be perfect and edit perfectly and do all these perfect things, and I just couldn't do it. It was too much for me. I couldn't do it, and I just wanted to be real. And because I felt like I couldn't be real, that this was not the space that was inviting me to be real, that I would just cut it off completely and live my life. But I didn't live my life. I scrolled and I scrolled and I scrolled. And I stayed inside for so long. And it really, really hurt me, because when you don't take action in any aspect of your life for such a long period of time, hold on, let me get a tissue. For such a long period of time, of course you're gonna have extreme anxiety and overthinking. Like, of course. Because instead of doing stuff, you're thinking about doing stuff and you're not doing anything. And then it gets to a point of complexity where it's like, oh my gosh, it feels like all these things. Imagine, in my mind, when I was in the peak of my overthinking era and inaction era, it feels like when you're watching a movie and you see the tornado, this person is standing in the middle of the tornado, and all around them they see all these things flying around. It could hit them, they could get sucked up. Oh my goodness, that's what it felt like being in my brain. Millions of different possibilities and things that were clouding my judgment and making me unable to take action. I couldn't even book a hotel without thinking, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? What is it? I literally paralyzed myself. Like, if a psychologist did a study on me, they would create a whole new mental illness just for overthinking, because that's how severe it was for me. And so what did I do to fix that? I decided, okay, I just have to get out of this. So I wasn't really thinking, but I booked a flight to Japan, and I packed my stuff into 2 big suitcases and a backpack, and everything I own, by the way. And I was planning on this being okay, no going back home. We just have to go. We're gonna travel. We're just whatever. I'm going to Japan. I have 90 days to figure it out. 90-day visa to figure out where I'm gonna go next. That's all I have to worry about, is just get to Japan. And I did. I went to Japan with the mindset of thinking, okay, I'm not going back home. There's no going back. And obviously now I am going back months later. I am deciding to go back home, but we don't need to talk about that. The point is that I took insane action. Can you imagine what it feels like to not go to college, not have any friends, not talk to anyone for like 6 months, more than 6 months, to be in your room rotting all day, no job, not doing anything, literally eating, sleeping, rotting in bed. Your parents don't know what's going on with you. Like, when are you gonna get a job? When are you gonna go somewhere? What are you doing? And all you can do is get the strength to just wake up in the morning and just scroll, because that's all you can do. Because just leaving your room feels like so heavy. And then when you're not scrolling, you get this overthinking, obviously. And it was like so traumatic for me. And I like to talk about my experiences, because I feel like if anyone is going through the same thing now, like, then you know, like, I've been through it too, you know, like, you're not alone. because I felt so alone. I felt like no one would know what I was going through back then. To be in that position. And so I went to Japan. Can you imagine? From literally basically never leaving your room, scrolling all day, literally never thinking, escaping from thinking as much as you can, other than right before you're about to sleep at night when you're laying in bed with your eyes closed and you're thinking, of course, and then the overthinking gets to you. Imagine then just going to Japan. What? With everything you own, with the mindset of, okay, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. There's no going back. Because I was thinking, there's no way. I can't go back to that place because of what I've been going through. Like, I can't keep going through that. And then I spent 6 weeks in Japan. And I was still dealing with a ridiculous amount of overthinking when it came to booking hotels, when it came to what city am I going to go to. I always had to find on Google reviews. I had to find the perfect restaurant. I had to do so much research, look at all the reviews. Oh my gosh. And then I was getting, slowly but surely, I was getting a teeny bit better, just a teeny bit. And then I thought, okay, I don't want to be in Japan anymore. Something doesn't feel right about being here anymore. And I decided, okay, I'm going to go to Thailand. And I booked a flight. And then I had a huge freak out. The overthinking was there again. Insane. Paralysis, literally. I was literally paralyzed. Paralysis, is that the right word? But I literally paralyzed myself. Like, my mind was paralyzed. I couldn't make any decision. And then I called my mom. I had been no contact. I tried to remain distant with my parents because I felt like I needed to go on this healing journey. I needed to figure things out on my own. But I called my mom and I was like, I don't know what to do. And I have no one to talk to.